everybody, Mac here. How you doing today? I'm doing good. The weather has broken here in Pennsylvania. It has been warm the past couple of days. It has been beautiful the past couple of days. However, here in PA, it's not unheard of for us to have a blizzard on St. Patrick's Day, so I am just enjoying the weather while I can. So one of the things I did the other day was I went out to one of my favorite places, Graydog Toys and Comics. You may have remembered me talking about them in previous videos. I got a little bit of a haul off of them, so we're going to take a look at what I picked up. And we are going to start with the big bag over here, because truthfully, the smaller bag I feel has some of the more interesting stuff in it. So, first what we pull out of here, is this. Going along with Godzilla coming out at the end of the month, they got in some Godzilla Monster Edition versions of Monopoly, and I just had to pick that up when I saw them posting it on Facebook. Let me angle this a little bit better. I just had to pick this up when I saw it on Facebook. I love that the artwork is like the original 1954 Godzilla. You have the jet fighters in the background here, Tokyo burning. This whole thing looks great. Flip it around and we take a look. You see the box art is the same art as the board. And I love some of the names of these. Like you have Monster Island instead of Boardwalk. You have Infant Island. Infant? Yes. Infant Island here instead of Park Place. Godzilla Tower cards. UNGCC cards. And for your figures, your pieces, you have Godzilla, King Ghidorah, Mothra, Manila, Mechagodzilla, which I believe is the first Mechagodzilla, and Rodan. This is definitely based off of the Toho era of Godzilla. You can tell just by the look of the figures, the fact that Manila was involved, and even the art style that they used. This whole thing looks great. I can't wait to crack this open, play a few games of it. It's going to be a lot of fun. You have some great artwork from the movies down here on the board pieces, or on the board spaces. Who knows? Once I open this up, maybe we'll take a look at it. I don't know. I just think this is going to be a really cool addition to my Godzilla collection. So, take one more look at the artwork there. Like I said, I love that it's the original Godzilla look. And set that aside. What do we have next? We have the Marvel Legends Thor Jane Foster. This is going to be part of that Thor display that I started showing figures for, the one that I started with Loki for my Mighty Thor comic. We will definitely be taking another look at this in a separate video. And you know what this is. This is the Mighty Thor. This is when Jane was lifting Mjolnir. This was from, I forget what the comic run was, a few years ago when she was the Mighty Thor. And it's going to be the basis of the new movie, Love and Thunder. We'll see how well that translates. We'll talk a little bit more about the storyline whenever we take a look at the figure. But just a quick glimpse there. You can see part of the line that it was with. Thor Ragnarok, Loki, Hela. There she is. I think that's Warlock. Is that Warlock? Yeah. Ares. And it was a Build-A-Figure Planet Hulk. So there's that. Set that aside. And finally in this bag, we have the Mattel DC Multiverse Wonder Girl. This is Cassie. This is the second Wonder Girl. This is the Teen Titans version of her. You see she has her lasso there. This is her classic look, not the look that she's sporting right now, where she kind of has that denim jacket. I don't think she's sporting a crop top in the new look either. I think it's just a t-shirt that goes all the way down. And maybe she's even wearing a pair of jeans. There's only two figures of this line, and it was a Build-A-Figure of Dr. Psycho. I think I have the head and the feet, or the head and the legs in this one. And then Wonder Woman, and I can't remember what Wonder Woman this is. It's escaping me right now. But she came with the main torso and the hands. Oh, what version of Wonder Woman is that? Oh, that's the sequel to The Dark Knight Returns. I can't remember what it was called, but yeah, that was Frank Miller's future version of Wonder Woman, and then you had Cassie Wonder Girl down here. It's an older figure. We won't be taking a look at it. I won't be doing a review of this, but this is definitely going to be a nice addition to the Wonder Woman figures that I have sitting on my shelf downstairs. So that is it for the big bag. So let's get rid of that. And we can take a look at what's in the small bag now. Now, first of all, up top, they had this, which I thought this was really interesting. This is an old, like, 80s mini comic that came with, like, that awful, awful stick bubble gum. But it is a legitimate mini comic. You see the secret origins of Wonder Woman on there. You open it up. It has some pretty good artwork, especially for, like, a mini comic. You can see Hippolyta making Diana out of clay. You can see Aphrodite instilling her with life. You see her growing up. Oop. Steve Trevor crashing on the shores of Themyscira. Gotta be gentle with this, I don't want to rip it. There she is saving Steve. She decides with the mask she can take part in the tournament to be Wonder Woman. There she is deflecting the bullets, winning, revealing herself, and becoming Wonder Woman, until finally, there she is in full glory, and there she is getting into the invisible jet. These were really cool. These were neat. I don't think I appreciated how neat these were when I was a kid, that we would chew the bubble gum, we would read the comic, and then we would probably throw it away. So, I just like having that little piece. Now, what we have in here. I have recently gotten a bug for some of the Universal monsters, the original Universal monsters. I've always been a fan of the Universal monsters, but only recently have I decided that I wanted to start adding some of those things to my collection. I really do like the old monsters, Dracula, Frankenstein, Wolfman, Creature from the Black Lagoon, things like that. And I was one of the ones that really wanted the Universal Dark Universe to happen. I wanted it to take place. I wanted it to take effect. I wanted it to succeed. But they're doing it all wrong. And it's not going anywhere. And I think one of the biggest flaws is that they need to set it more in the past. It needs to be a period piece. Don't put it in the modern age. Do like what they did with the Brandon Fraser movies and just set it in the time period when these stories are supposed to take place. Now, when I went out to Graydog, I was originally going to pick up the Super 7 reaction figures of the Universal monsters, but I found these. They had as well, and I was real excited about these. These Mego 8-inch Universal, well, it's not even Universal, it's just Mego 8-inch horror figures. I really liked these. And I know most of the things I open up and we take a look at, but these I really think, like the Wonder Woman dolls that I had, I really think these I'm going to keep boxed up, because one of the other things that I like about both these and the Super 7 reaction figures is the art on the card back. And on here, you have stills from the certain movies. And on the back, there you see, you got a great shot of Boris Karloff. And down here it says Marty Abrams, a.k.a. the father of the action figure, has relaunched these figures in response to overwhelming demand. Mego, pronounced Mego Corp, was started by his father David Abrams in 1954 and named by his younger brother Howard, who would say Mego too. Howard later became head of sales for the company. Mego Corp sold over 20 million of its now standard 8-inch action heroes worldwide, and Mego Corporation is proud to take over that fine heritage today. And these are really good figures. These have really great sculpts to them. Look at that. I like the coloring. The articulation looks really cool. I really like, look at the detail on the hands there. I think these are really great. He has the silver bolts in the neck. Look at the face sculpt on here. This is some real quality work. And you have still silver metal in the hair. He has his scar that's colored in. These are some real quality work. And then you have her. You can see the stitch lines on the side of her face. Her iconic hairdo. Her hands don't have quite the gnarly veins like Frankenstein's monster does. But I'm going to keep these packaged up because I like the artwork. I like the photos of them. And also, with being these figures with cloth goods on them, they'll get dirty, they'll get dusty. You can't just blow them off or use compressed air to clean them off. You have to keep them clean. You have to keep them lint-free. And I just really, I feel like they'll display better like this. They'll keep better like this. For some reason, all of these have this hole down here on the bottom. And at first I thought that was because the thing was clamshelled and I would be able to lift it up. But you can't do that. And I don't know what that breach is there for. But there's one more in here that I was really excited about. This was the only one they had. This is the Hammer Studios Dracula. This, Bela Lugosi is the one for Universal Pictures. He's the one that's most known as Dracula in those old horror movies. But this is Hammer Studios Dracula. This was the man himself, Christopher Lee. Look at that. The face of a madman. That is fantastic. You have Christopher Lee, Sith Lord, Saruman, Dracula, lead singer of a metal band. Can you get any more BA than that? I mean, come on. And once again, the sculpt on the face just looks great. It has his widow's peak right there, the fangs, the madman eyes. Look at the detail. I don't know if you can see that through the packaging, but look at like even the creases in his cheeks. I think that is fantastic. The metal buttons down the front. His hands in that like bent gripping pose. The red satin on the inside. Let me see if I can get a better angle on it. The red satin on the inside of his cape. This whole, I mean, even the shoes. I don't know if you can see that, but even look at the detail in the sculpt on his shoes. These are fantastic. These are absolutely fantastic. And if I can find some of these at a con out of packaging, more than likely I'll buy those too, just so that I can have them. Because these are definitely staying in packaging. These are going to be displayed this way. These look great. Part of me is dying a little bit inside because I do want to open these up. I do want to play with these. I do want to pose them, see their articulation, feel them. Just look at the detail work that went into them. But I really feel like that this, keeping them packaged like this, is the best way to maintain them, to keep them, and just display them. Because truthfully, I also don't know how well these things will stand on their own. I'm not that familiar with Mego, modern Mego figures. I don't know if they'll stand on their own or if they'll be like those Wonder Woman dolls that I had that might fall over. But I'm real happy about this. This was definitely the prize of my haul when I went out there. They had more of them, but I had spent too much money already. There's a creature from the Black Lagoon that I want to get. They had Phantom of the Opera, Mask of the Red Death, which just looked mwah. I definitely got to go back and get that one. This is all fantastic stuff. So, I'll put a link to Graydog right there. I'll put a link to their Facebook page down in the description below. You can check them out. They have photos of things that they have in the shop. If you're in the area, if you're from PA, if you're around the Latrobe area, definitely go out, take a look, see what they have. He has a great selection of stuff out there. And if you go out there, let me know. Let me know what you think. But until then, play well, everyone. Stay safe, stay healthy, and as always, thank you for watching.